What's going on, everybody? If you don't know me, it's your little homie Dean. Now, this is my review for Black Widow, the new Marvel movie. Now, I have to give this one some background, and I normally don't do this. I try not to get into all that nerd stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I can't like the movie because I like the comic book. But on this one, I think I do need to give you a little bit background on the characters and everything that we're actually being introduced to. Because here lately, Marvel just been fading off on what how they had it just so perfect at the beginning. And I understand that they got contracts and different issues that they're dealing with, but they just kind of tilted off a little bit. But mainly Taskmaster is the one I want to talk about. And I'm going to keep it quick. Just in the comics, Taskmaster is a real smart dude that has the ability to see someone do something and then be able to immediately mimic their actions or whatever they're doing. This works excellent in a fight, of course, but it's not just that. Like, he discovered the ability after watching Westerns on TV and went right outside and was able to throw a lasso. So, it's like there's many different ways that this could be, a tool to be used in so many different aspects. But pretty cool character. Red Guardian in the comics. To make a long story short, at one point he was even married to Black Widow, but, he was supposed to be like a Russian, Captain America super soldier type. But, that he had a lot to, he had a lot more substance, I feel, than what they gave him in this. And Iron Maiden was one of Black Widow's main villains. They going back and forth, like Batman and the Joker, Peter Parker and Doc Ock, they could just consistently, going at it. So, okay, now let's get into the movie with spoilers. So if you don't want to know, you need to go. So it jumps off with the young Black Widow and her little sister playing in what seems to be a normal family living a normal life. Dad comes home, who is actually Red Guardian. So Red Guardian is playing her dad as some sort of scientist or doctor, and he has extracted some sort of disc or other form to hold information out of this warehouse or place that he's working at. All right, says the rest of it is in ashes and we gotta go. So immediately you're like, okay, so Pops is a spy and Mama down with it. So they flee to a location, a local airstrip, and you can see that they must be spies, both of them or something, because they about to just fly out in some little commercial flight, some one of these little small planes, just get out of there with the kids. Because this plan is too contrived to be just on a whim. I mean, we see that Red Guardian is a beast. He got the power and is on the plane shooting at folks, and they take off with him hanging on the wing. That was kind of cold as he get away from the cops. They get to a Russian base in Cuba. Yeah, and speak with who turns out to be our main antagonist, a Russian general. Red Guardian states that he doesn't want to go undercover anymore. He wants to put his suit on and get back to fighting and busting ass. So, after a 3-year operation, Widow and what we just learned is her fake sister, father, and mother separated and father and mother, her and the sister get separated and placed into the Red Room, which is where they train all the widows to employ them all over the world, to do the general's bidding, I guess. Okay, I'm not sure how Marvel did this, but this was the best scene in the movie. The beginning of it, that was the best scene in the movie. And it basically ruins the rest of the movie. Yeah, I'll try to explain. It's amazing. I don't get it. All right, boom. So we're going to flash forward 20 years, and the widow is on the run for shooting Black Panther to help Captain America get away. You remember at the end of Civil War? So Ross, that general or whatever from America, thinks that he has her, trapped or whatever, but she done dumped her tracker in one country, and by the time he gets to her, she is in a totally different country. So she tells Ross she is done and you can stop looking for me, and then goes to buy some trailer in the middle of nowhere from some guy we never met that is just a connection on all the stuff, and hang out. All right, simultaneously, her sister, Baby Widow, is still an assassin. And she is on the hunt down, and she actually hunts down and kills another widow that has defected. She gets sprayed with some magic mist that helps her stop, and then she realizes after she done stabbed her, like, oh, this is my friend, I didn't want to stab you, and she doesn't want to be an assassin anymore because this spray, like, she's being mind controlled, and the spray stopped the mind control. So right now, we are led to believe that Baby Widow has not wanted to be an assassin all this time. And all the girls from the Red Room, they don't want to be an assassins. They are all drugged with a mind controlling agents that make them mindless killers. Okay, So she gets several cans of spray off of the girl and then dips off, from her team that was hunting the girl down with the spray. So she done left them and now she's on the run. She's defected. And the girl's dying wish was save the others. So she want her to spray all the people that are being mind controlled, I guess. Okay, so all right, whatever. So back to Widow. So Widow gets in the mail from the Budapest safe house, which of course is containing the spray. So baby Widow done sent Black Widow the spray to Budapest. That's what they said. I promise you, that's what they said. And then it just gets confusing right here. Okay, so she sends it to Budapest. And then Black Widow just tosses it in the truck, doesn't really look at it. But why wouldn't you look at stuff coming from a safe house? I understand you're Avenger and you're huge and everything's big right now, but how are you not going to look at stuff that's been mailed to you at a safe house where people aren't even supposed to know that you have any association with? And you're not even going to check it? You're not even going to go in it? So now she is riding around with these miracle meds in the back of her car, and boom, of course, Taskmaster attacks. So, you know what I mean? No idea how the United States with Tony Stark helped, because Tony Stark's still alive at this time trying to help Ross. Can't find this bitch. And Taskmaster finds her and gets the drop on her in less than a damn day. I mean, just tell me how. Just give me a little bit of the process, who they know how. So then Taskmaster, just slowly walking towards Widow's wrecked truck, gives her ample time to recover and then proceeds to have the dumbest fight scene in Marvel history since the first Guardians of the Galaxy dance off to save a planet. Taskmaster gets the better of Widow, and instead of completely eradicating her, Taskmaster, while they are staring at each other, not after a kick, not after a body slam, they are literally looking at each other. And Taskmaster stops, gets up, and starts walking toward the sprays in the wrecked car. So this allows Widow to do a sneak attack, or I guess behind the back attack, because it ain't a sneak if you know she's there. And with a sleight of hand, gets a hold of the sprays and gets thrown off the bridge and escapes. Now, so she got the sprays back. Now, after she recovers, she takes the sprays, which came from the Budapest safe house that dude brought to her, right, back to Budapest, to a safe house that I guess I would assume is the one previously mentioned, right? But she arrives and baby Widow is already there. So did baby Widow send them by mail and then go to the safe house? Or did she already come there to drop it off and then stay at the safe house? And then is he the new tenant that is she the new tenant that dude was talking about to send it? Whew. It's a trap. So you sent the sprays and then you stayed there. Didn't think anybody was gonna show up looking for them. No, because you asked Natasha why did she bring them back. So why are you there? And why would you send the sprays, come to the spot, and still pull your strap out on Widow? Why? I see why Widow was spooked, because she just got there and got attacked and don't know what the hell is going on. Baby Widow sent the sprays to Widow, then came to where she sent them to, and then pull a strap on Widow when you see her. What? So they fight and make up in all a matter of 90 seconds. Baby Widow lets Widow know that the Red Room is still active. Widow claims she killed the Russian general that runs the Red Room, and she is sure because she let a bomb go off and made the call after his toddler daughter was in there playing, and she saw them both and blew them all up. So then baby Widow asks her, did you check the body? And she said, Widow comes back with, there was no body. Then bitch, how are you sure that you killed him? Then boom, a bunch of widows find them again, and then we commission, to the chase. Chase them outside just long enough for Taskmaster to arrive in a fucking tank in the middle of the city. Like he held back in a tank because he knew they were going to escape and then get on a motorcycle just to have to chase them down and go find out what is going on. What are we talking about here? Like, why wouldn't you drop in with the other widows and help instead of lagging back in a tank because you knew that there would be a car chase? It's bad. And this time you pull out an arrow like Hawkeye and blast their car just for them to narrowly escape. We got some scene with Taskmaster watching video of Black Panther fighting the Winter Soldier from Civil War, so we see he's actually studying and not mimicking. And that's bad for comic book fans. I apologize for y'all from Marvel. But anyways, after hiding out, the widows just go out and now they're sitting outside eating lunch in a cafe. After their escape ended with at least 20 people dead, and then still in the car and wrecking it inside of a crowded subway. Even if Taskmaster can't find them, the cops didn't check the cameras and see where they were hiding out at. Dumb. So at lunch, they decide to find the general who was running the Red Room, and we're going to kill him to stop the Red Room from mistreating young girls in the future. Okay. So to do this, they can't visit and ask. They can't call to ask. They can't Google and see what the hell is going on, that they aren't cool anymore, but decide to break Red Guardian out of prison, who has been put in prison by the general that they are trying to find. So he's been put in prison by the general, and they think he is going to have information on where the general is at from prison. But decide to break Red Guardian out of prison so they can ask him where the Red Room is. That is crazy. This is a complete waste of time. I mean, he kicks a steel door off the hinges at some point after they open regular. If you see the regular jail doors that you can see through, they have to open them for him. And then he goes to a great huge steel door and just kicks that off the hinges, and it flies at least 10 feet. I'm talking about, and he's supposed to be the Russian Captain America. He's in a regular prison. Who would lock Captain America up in general population? He's in Gen Pop. Captain America. Okay. The helicopter, the guards, the avalanche, all stupid and unnecessary. I don't even see how you can even regulate that I'm going to spend money to even do this. So the girls are mad at him for sending them to the Red Room, and he brags how good of killers they become, and he doesn't really care. Now, from this point, the Red Guardian, remember I told you he was a smart scientist and everything like that. Now the Red Guardian has turned into Rose Nyland. He's just a big old he's a big old comic relief and a bruiser. He's just something like, ooh, punch something, and now he just want to go fight. He has no intelligence. There's no way in hell the character that you have portrayed through the rest of this movie as Red Guardian fucking went into a 3-year hole as a scientist, doctor, whatever the hell he was supposed to be, and then just came out of there. Nobody knew that this was a farce. Yeah, there's no way that he portrayed and outsmarted the government to get inside and make them think he was something else. That is just wrong. That didn't happen. I don't believe it. But remember at the beginning, with the undercover, it's a whole 3 years. He been gone for 3 years, and he can't even hold his tongue for 2 minutes. So of course he doesn't know what a Red Room is. But he does know what Mama Widow was from the beginning, and he knows that she is still working for the general. How? You don't know. So so they pull up and have a spy reunion with Mama Widow, and why does she have his, and then she got his suit. I'm sorry, she has Red Guardian suit. Why after all this time would you have Red Guardian suit? Y'all just did a damn mission. Y'all left from the mission. He didn't even have a suit on the mission. You got shot and pulled out in another truck. He take another plane, but you end up with his suit. Y'all hooking up on the low? Did something happen that we don't know about? Of course it did, because you didn't take time to write out the damn story. So why was he in jail? How did he fall out with the general? When did the baby widow need fucking mind control? Because Black Widow defected. She wasn't mind control. What the hell? Anyway, Mommy Widow is actually that Iron Guardian villain that I told you about earlier. Why they made her surrogate mother, who the fuck knows? Which is another fuck up. Why would they make two main characters in the Widow comics her fake parents from a mission when she was a kid? Like, there's a lot of shit Marvel couldn't do because of the contracts and everything, but not these three. Red Guardian, Iron Maiden, Guardian, whatever the hell, and Taskmaster have to be in the worst character depictions in the MCU so far. That's debatable. I might come back and do a top 10 on that. But it's just senseless to sway this away from their origin stories to put this concoction of a storyline together. Anyway, so Mama Widow, of course, sell him out. So now I'm not gonna end. I'm gonna end there with my spoilers, just in case anyone does want to go out here and check it out, so you can actually have fun with the ending. So I'm gonna cut that off there. But I will say the ending doesn't get better. The Taskmaster dynamics are unforgivable. The graphics, CGI, and fight choreography are well below par. You still get the Marvel feel good vibes and action, but the purpose of this action is to be questioned. Red Guardian can't handle Taskmaster. He fighting Black Panther and Captain America. But no, excuse me, Taskmaster fighting like Black Panther and Captain America. Why? You're not fighting Black Panther or Captain America. Killmonger was a better fighter than Black Panther. You ain't got no footage on him. Where is the video in this timeline? And no regular human can punch Red Guardian and make him hurt. But Taskmaster can. But then Black Widow, who is powerless, now that she knows who Taskmaster really is, just literally dismantles this motherfucker when she get a one-on-one with him. Oh God, it was bad. It was bad. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give this thing a rating. All right, for acting, I'm actually gonna go ahead and give it a 6. I kind of like the little baby widow, and they kind of reeled you in for a second there, but it wasn't great. For plot, I gotta give it a 4. That was bad. I mean, when you just watch it, what they're talking about, it was bad. Cinematography, I give it a 6. There's a lot of bad CGI, a lot of bad stupid stuff. That avalanche, snow don't even look real. Believability, I wanted to go 3, but I gave it a 4 because I didn't want to act like that. And then now we got writing, and I just had to get that a 5. Of course, the back and forth dialogue and everything, that's always good on point with Marvel, but the story, no. So with that added up, that gives it a 5.0, which is horrible for a Marvel movie. And oh yeah, Baby Widow in the end credits is back killing people, and I guess led to believe is still an assassin. No mind control, no manipulation. She just got a new job as an assassin. Talking about y'all got to pay me more. Come on, Marvel. God damn, I'm out.